So I had this dream. It was very realistic, and let me just get right into it. So in the dream, it was this giant hotel that went into the heavens. This hotel was bigger than any hotel you could ever think of, and on this earth. And it was really wide, and on the inside interior was like a light beige, and it was just a massive hotel. And I just want to say the dream, and then I'll give the at the end the symbolic meaning of it all. Well, that I know of. Well, or at least what I think of. And so anyway, it was a giant hotel, and in the hotel, it was different people that have seen things prophetically, and some of us have seen things in real life, and some of us have seen both, like me. And I was giving my account, and in the dream, the government did not want us talking about these things. And the government in the hotel was all the workers, like the janitor, the the concierge, the security of the hotel, just all the workers of this hotel represented the government. And they did not want us talking about any of these things. And so in the dream, I had gathered together with two other people, a woman and a man, and we was talking about all the different things that we've seen. And I was talking about how I've seen, that it's these humans on the earth that they look human, but they're demons. And, whether they're clones or not, how they're doing it exactly, I'm not sure. But, just going out the dream for a second, I did post a video where another lady saw it, and she said they was clones. So anyway, let me get back to this dream. So in this dream, I was telling them how, I know these people are on the earth and they're demons. And then I was saying how I've seen things in the sky and in real life, how I've seen these alien ships. I call them alien ships because that's what the world knows them as. Anybody who wants to see the scriptures, they can see them there. I talked about them in my Bible superhero videos, and I'll put them in the description box. And so I was saying how I've seen them in real life. I've seen these spacecrafts in the sky. And then I was also talking about how I've had dreams about them. And I was talking about how I've had dreams of seeing the asteroids falling to the sky, and how the Bible talks about stars falling from heaven, and all the different things I've seen in the sky in my dreams. And then it was a man that was talking about just all the things he's seen. He didn't have a gift of prophecy, but he was just talking about all the things he's seen in real life, and how he's seen, different things just like me in real life. And, with these things in the sky. And he was talking about the demons down here acting like the humans and things like that, and his experiences in real life. And then it was a lady, and she was just all prophetic, and she was talking about how she's had all these prophetic dreams like we had. But and what she was telling us, she had a dream where she saw these troops that was like Star Wars. She said it was just like Star Wars, but she said the people in the white uniforms, they were demons, and they was like these reptilian demons with a whole bunch of different, almost like and the way I know what they look like, because as she was talking, I saw a vision in a dream, and it was like some kind of it's hard to explain it. The best way I can explain it is with like a whole bunch of different tentacles or something, and it looked like that, and it was like a dark green, I want to say, but I'm not sure about the color, but I would say it was probably like a military green. And I saw that it was underneath this white uniform, and the uniform was abnormal. Like, I mean, it was like Star Wars in terms of like the material, but it was bigger, and like it was just, well, I'll explain more about the uniforms a little bit later. So anyway, we was all talking about the different things we had seen, and in the dream, the government wanted everybody to stay in their rooms and go to sleep, and just don't talk about anything, don't talk about everything that we know and things like that, just trying to shut us all up. And everybody would come out of their rooms to have like dinner, and I saw that in a dream. They would have dinner and be cordial, and everybody was to go back to their rooms and don't discuss any of these prophetic things. And so anyway, we was gathered up, and we all of a sudden started hearing all these noises outside. And the government had told everybody if they ever hear anything outside, they was to go to their rooms and close the door and don't ever look outside. And us three was like, no, we want to see what's going on. We're sick of this. We were sick of not really knowing what was happening. So we ran, and we ran upstairs, and we opened the door on the side, and we was looking outside, and we saw all these things happening in the sky. And then we saw one of them was this big giant meteor that fell to the earth, and it was like white looking, like a off-white, not white, but like a, how can I explain it? Like a it was like a grayish white, and it fell to the sky, and we went out looking at it. We have flashlights, and we was like, what is this? Well, I guess it was flashlights. We had some kind of light that we was beaming down. And so we was like, what is this? And it looked like giant seashells. It's the best way I can explain it. And it, like fossils of giant seashells is what it looked like. Not a seashell itself, but like a fossil of one. And it was mixed in with some kind of rock formation. It was all one solid structure, but when it fell, it broke in pieces. And it was some kind of rock looking formation, but it might not have been a rock. And I remember in a dream saying, I don't think that's a rock. And so it was some kind of grayish, whitish, brownish, I would say like tannish, brownish, grayish, blackish, whitish color. But it was light. It's hard to explain. And we was like, what is this? And just looking at it. And all of a sudden, we saw these troops fighting, and these troops was giants. They was just massive, and they came to the earth as well, and they was fighting each other. And the white troops, their uniform. Now I want to get into the uniform. Like I said, these uniforms were similar. The best way I could say it was as close as similar to Star Wars, but it was still different than Star Wars. And in the dream, the one in white has some kind of trim on it. It was some kind of trim on the uniform that was it was abnormal trimming, and the face of this uniform was long because the creatures underneath it was abnormal. Like their face was, their bodies and stuff was abnormal, so their uniform was abnormal. And I knew from the vision that I had seen, it was a little bit different from what the lady had seen, but it was close to what she had seen. But seeing it in the dream, I felt like I was seeing it in reality, and it was a little different than that. And in the dream, I had a knowing that the ones in the black uniforms were angels, and the ones in black, the black uniform looked very similar to Star Wars. That one did, but it was really, really shiny. And in the dream, well, at least the Star Wars I know of. I don't know the new Star Wars. I don't watch that stuff. I'm not gonna watch that stuff because it's full of subliminal messaging. So I don't mess around with those movies. So I don't know what's in those movies now. So anyway, it was very shiny. And I knew that the ones in the black were angels and the other ones were demons, and they was fighting each other. And after this battle ended, something else came to the earth, and it was some other entity. We didn't stick around to see if it was good or bad. I thought it might have been bad, and it was bigger than the troops, but I wasn't sure if it was good or bad. And we didn't really stick around because we got called back in by the government. They found out we was looking outside, and they was real angry, like, what are you doing looking outside, and get back in here. And like I said, the government was the hotel workers. And I was specifically zoomed in on them in the dream and shown like janitors and just security guards and different workers of this hotel. And they was really mad that we was looking outside and told us to get back in. And all the commotion of telling us to get back in, and all the noises outside as well, brought the people, the regular people, outside of their rooms, and they was wearing like bathrobes and everything. And they was looking up at us, and as the government was hollering. And it was like a whole bunch of different floors, and it was people on all the different floors. And it was just a huge opening in the middle. that you can see across to the different floors and see up and everything. Is how it was designed. And it was like a light a beige, or a tannish light tan or something, and the color of the inside of this hotel. And they was looking up at us, and we was telling them, we don't care what you people say. You don't want us to say anything when we want to know what's going on. And we were seeing things that match our prophecies. And they was just really angry that we was seeing that. And then that's how the dream ended with us.
Hi, God bless everyone. I have to add this disclaimer. So I said I was going to explain the dream at the end. What I did instead is I put in notes throughout the dream. And I know some people only listen to my videos and don't look at the screen. And I have to tell you all that do that. I put a lot of notes in them all the time to explain things. So if you do that, you miss those notes, and you definitely going to miss them if you don't read the stuff in this dream. I'm sorry, but you have to read the screen on this dream, because I just added a lot of detail. I was really shocked and blown away as I was editing this video what it was that I saw. I really thought this dream wasn't a big deal. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I saw the Locust Army. I saw Wormwood. I saw the Battle of Armageddon. I'm like, what? So I really put a lot of notes into it. And also I wanted to add something that I left out. When they were fighting with lightsabers, you know, just like the Star Wars movie. So it just goes to show how much the world shows a lot of real things that are going to happen. I believe that this dream had a lot of symbology to it, or it might not have had as much symbology as I thought it did. But it's amazing that what I saw is just like Star Wars. And I have not seen a Star Wars movie in so many years. I couldn't even tell you how long it's been, because I don't watch that stuff at all. I did watch it when I was younger. I remember watching it when my son was a baby. So we're talking about 20 years ago. But I don't have anything to do with that. So I don't even know if you guys tell me if any of the stuff I've seen is in the new Star Wars. Let me know. Like the ones with the black uniforms. I honestly don't even remember Star Wars troops with black uniforms except for Darth Vader. So I don't know if they had them back then, or is that something new, or do they not even show that? But I think the pictures that I got was from, because I put in Star Wars, so I don't know. Anyway, God bless you all. This is a powerful dream. It's one of my favorite dreams. I'm really shocked by that. God bless you all. Bye.